What's up and welcome guys to One Oak Mentoring, the number one virtual team mentoring that's ever been thought of, right? This is like the best original idea of all times, right? How y'all guys doing today, man? It's a great day. Kind of hot, man, muggy, man. If y'all around here, I'm pretty sure y'all experiencing the same thing. Got like my forehead kind of glistening a little bit, man. It's not grease, it's probably like sweat or something. But how y'all guys doing today, man? This is a great day. I know y'all looking at me like, man, what you got going on, man? You got a shirt? Now, I just started my new job, right? You see that? Lexus of Greenville, right? You know, I'm selling cars now, man. So, you know, I'm always on the hustle. You know, y'all know how I do. I'm just joking with y'all, man. I brought this shirt up, well, because one, it's a nice shirt and it's Nike, right? We got these at work. I went into the staff room. There was just like a box of like shirts. No, it was like a box of like cloth. And it had like it had a note on it, you know, saying, you know, for staff, you know, this is for staff. Now, a lot of times they do that sometimes with like food, like bagels, or like sometimes they got some chips that are probably about to expire or something like that. They'll put it in the staff room. Here, staff, have at it. Like, you know what I mean? And everybody just dive on it, you know, like a bunch of wild dogs, right? Well, not really. But, you know, when I seen the box, I was kind of like, man, I don't know, man. So something just told me just check it out. And so I started looking at them. I was like, hey, these some Nike shirts, man. You know, hey, can't turn down a free Nike shirt, man. The moral of this video is never turn down a free Nike shirt, man. You heard it first from One Oak himself, right? But nah, today, man, I'm gonna be talking to y'all guys. You know how I break down, you know, certain aspects of the place I work. Today we're gonna be talking about bands, right? Now that word may mean a lot, you know, to different people. Like, I'm not talking about bans like ban you from TV, you know, I ban you from coming back to the store, like nothing like that. Or I'm not talking about like bans like a stack of money, you know, $1,000. I'm not talking about that. You know, it's always good to talk about stuff like that, but I'm not talking about those kind of bands. So at the group home I work at, there are certain type of bands and they signify different things, right? So we're about to get into it, okay? Let's see what we're gonna start with first. Let's start with the most common band, right? Now, this is the most common band. Well, I'm not even gonna say this is the most common band. This might be the most common band, like by a little, but let's get into it. Red band, right? What does red mean? Stop. Urgency. You know, I'm scared. I'm in trouble. You know, a bull see red, he come charging you, ram you with a horn or something like that, right? But the red band is basically it's like some type of form of aggression, right? Now, that can be a range of things, right? You can get a red band if, let's just say if I'm a kid and I'm mad and I just take a chair, right? You know, and I just chuck it at somebody, right? Now, chuck means to throw something, you know, just to kind of let y'all know. Now, I might not be throwing it at somebody. I might just be throwing it at the wall. I might just be throwing it, you know, into a space, you know, just try to get some aggression off, you know. It depends, you know, that can be like, you know, red band status because it's some type of a form of aggression, like, you know what I mean? So that's basically what red band is, right? The extreme side of red band is basically like you've hit somebody, like you just punch somebody in the face, you just slap somebody, you just slam somebody, you just ran into somebody, you just came through and clotheslined somebody. You know, and the red band can be from you hitting, you know, staff. It can be from you hitting, you know, another resident, you know, or like property, you know, sometimes it's like a property thing. Like you might go outside, a kid get mad at a staff and like kick their car or like bust the windows out their car. Stuff like that is not common, but it has, you know, kind of happened. You know, I'm not gonna say they all the way bust the windows out, but they tried to, or it was like a crack or something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much red band, right? So anything perceived to be aggressive, right? Sometimes a kid might try to trip a kid up or something, just playing around. You can get a red band, right? You might get a red band for just like horse playing. Like, yeah, man, you know how kids are, man. They playing around, you know, hey man, that's a red band, you know. There's rules in place, but it's really at the discretion of the staff, you know what I mean? So, you know, when you hear like a red band, you know, you see a kid, it identifies, you know, and shows you things, right? So you have a kid to have a red band on, man, you know that kid just did something aggressive or something like that, right? You know, and there's certain rules for each band. I think if you have a red band, maybe you can't, engage in like physical activities or something like that. Sometimes they make exceptions, like if it's a group thing or something like that. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure like you can't like do some type of activity, or maybe you don't have any game time or something like that. It's been a while since I really worked the floor and got into this stuff, man. Come on, man. Y'all guys bear with me, right? So that's the red band, right? Aggressive. Somebody got slapped. I done, kick somebody in the head, something like that, right? So that's the red band. So if you see a kid with a red band, you gotta be like, okay, this kid just did something crazy, right? So, bam. The next band, right? Now, this is gonna be like, now, the reason why I say it's kind of common is like just under the red band. It might be over the red band sometimes. They kind of toggle. It's the yellow band, right? Now, a yellow band can be anything from you, like, you could be, a yellow band can be if a resident looks at a staff butt and be like, yo, man, she's got a fat butt, or, that's the yellow band, because that's like, sexual stuff, like, you know what I mean? Well, sexually inappropriate stuff. So, you're looking at it, like, man, she got a big butt. I mean, excuse my language, but y'all know what I mean, man. Or she, or like saying anything sexual, right? Inappropriately sexual, right? Okay, so that's like a yellow band, right? So a yellow band can be anything from a resident saying, man, she's got a fat butt, to a resident actually smacking that staff on the fat butt, right? And now you're thinking, hey, man, I thought if you smack somebody or something, that's like a red band, right? We're gonna get to that, but it's mostly like a sexual act, right? So, smack on the butt, right? Or you having like inappropriate conversations, or like you might have wrote something sexual somewhere, or, passed off a sexual note or something like that, right? So a yellow band means that one of them kids done did something real freaky, you know what I'm saying? Something real crazy, right? So, but they could be anything, right? Or they could just have like, just if they have inappropriate pictures or something like that in their space or something like that, you can get a yellow band, right? So I know it's a couple things I'm leaving out, but like a yellow band is when you do something sexually inappropriate, not just sexually, or just, sexually inappropriate, right? All right. So if they need to talk about something sexual, there's groups and there's all kind of stuff for that, right? Okay. All right. So, man, I'm just teaching y'all so much, man. Come on now. Okay, so we got the red, we got the yellow. Now, we're going to go with the green, right? I know y'all thinking green, man, that means go. Green mean good, right? Green mean money, all that. Nah, you was probably right on the first part. Green means go, all right? So let's stick with that. So a green band it means like elopement, right? Now, the first time I heard this word, in regards to that, I was thinking like elopement. I thought that's like somebody getting married, or somebody jumping the broom or something like that, right? So I'm like, these kids get married here, like, man, they got a lot going on for them, But no, elopement is when you try to leave or run or something like that, right? So basically, a green band is you trying to run away, or it could just be like you stepping out of staff supervision to a major extent, right? You know what I mean? So we've had kids like get maybe like a half a mile from the facility, like on foot, you know what I mean? Somebody has to go, there's anywhere from like, calling the police to go check on them, some of that. Sometimes they get in the vans and they try to go and find the kid, just whatever the safe purpose is, right? So the green band is just, this kid is trying to run, right? This kid got a history of running, right? And kind of the same rules for the red band kind of go for the yellow and the green, as far as like the game time. I think like, rec or recreational activity. So, but yeah, that's the green band, man. This kid try to run. This kid, is liable to run. So you got to be on your P's and Q's, man. You got to stay stretched out. You know what I mean, man? Make sure you got your running shoes on, your shorts, because this kid might run. You know what I mean? But really, we're not supposed to chase him. But I'll get to that in like another video, right? Okay, so now we got now it's gonna be getting kind of sad now, man. Now we got the white man, right? So just to sum it all up, man, not trying to be entertaining with this, but like this is like the white man is like suicide status, right? They either, let's go on this end of the spectrum. They either maybe did suggestive things of suicide, maybe said, oh, I want to, do this to myself. I want to do this, I feel like hurting myself or something like that. It could be something like that, or it could be like a note, somebody found it, that they're talking about harming themselves or something like that, right? So, that's what a white band could be. Or like suggestive stuff. Like we had this one kid, he got a white band because I guess like he just had a belt like tied around his neck. Now he wasn't like actively trying to like reel it or nothing like that. He just like had a belt around his neck, and I don't know if he was saying things or whatever, but certain staff, like a lot of things are in staff's discretion. So they're like, hey, you got a belt around your neck, buddy. White band, right? And so, or a white band could be like you really like hurting yourself, like you know what I mean, like cutting, or you actually try like some type of attempt, on hurting yourself. We've had kids like try to go on like hunger strikes. We've had kids like try to swallow like a tack or something like that. We've actually had kids just like playing out, just try to stab themselves, man, with like a broken broom or stuff like that, man. So, there's nothing funny about that. But yeah, that's just a white band status. So white band status is a little different. I think they take the shoes or the shoelaces or something, like anything that the kid might be able to hurt themselves with. They take it, and yeah, that's pretty much it, man. So and then now we got the black band now. Okay, now the black band, that just kind of means like we have a kid who's at least murdered 2 people, right? So if you see a kid with a black band on, it just means that they've at least killed 2 people prior to getting there. Nah, I'm just joking with y'all, man. There's no black band or anything like that. But back to the bands though, like some kids, like, and it's kind of crazy sometimes, like some kids, they're like, no disrespect to them, they kind of like they all over the place, right? So they're like, sometimes they take pride in the bands. Man, I got a red band, a yellow band, and a green band, or they might have 2 or 3. Like, hey man, look at me, man, I got all of them, like, gotta do better, brother, gotta do better, you know what I mean? Well, I'm sure y'all got things to do. I got things to do, man. I just brought y'all another video, man. This is the bands, you know what I mean? Y'all make sure, well, I'm not gonna say y'all make sure, but y'all make sure y'all have a great day, man. This is One Oak, teaching y'all stuff, that you probably never heard of, man. I'm a great teacher, inspirational, motivational, right? All right, man. Y'all guys have a great day. This is One Oak, and I am out.